Welcome back to Doc's Autos. Today we are going to work on upgrading our existing backup camera with a ZeroXClub HD wireless camera on our RV. Coming up next. Well, before we go ahead and install this on our motorhome, I'm going to quick do a unboxing, show you what is in the packaging, because A, outside it's currently pretty windy, and B, where we're installing it, it needs a lot of help. You'll see why, but that's for another video in a different playlist. Look up here. In our box, of course, we have our installation instructions. We have a 7-inch LCD display, very similar to the model that I installed on the Bobcat a number of years ago, and is powered by 12 volts, either from source off of your vehicle, hardwired, or cigarette lighter, or 12 volt adapter is possibly the more correct term these days. We have our wireless camera, and this has some wiring, little plug in it, and a mount. Now, if you have a newer camper that may be pre-wired for the Furrion systems, there is a method to install this directly with that setup. If you're like me and are putting it on a 25-year-old coach, that's not going to work. Also in here, we've got a suction cup for our display to hold that to your dashboard or wherever you're going to mount it. There's also a glare cover, a mount to mount it to your dashboard or some other someplace more permanent, like we did with the Bobcat. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in our situation yet, maybe neither of these options. But we also have a bundle of wires, including your wireless antennas for both the transmitter on the camera itself and the receiver display. There is some 12 volt wiring for the plug-in adapter, as well as hard wiring in the camera back on the back of your vehicle. So let's go outside and I'll show you what we are putting it on and what it's replacing. What it's going in is behind me, a 1999 Georgie Boy Cruise Master. It's essentially a Freightliner chassis with a Cummins 5.9 24 valve in it and a Allison 6-speed transmission. That driveline is pretty much bulletproof. It has been off the road for nearly a decade, and we just drove it home with some excitement. But we're going to focus on, oh great, my tarp's already coming off. We're going to focus on replacing the camera that's in here with this nice new high definition one. Let's check out the camera in the back real quick. So, don't mind the flapping, but behind me was a state-of-the-art for 1999, a black and white analog camera. Now, inside here, we have an analog display. Let me go ahead and connect the batteries and see if we can't get some image on this thing for you to see how truly awesome 1999 tech actually was. Alrighty, you can see how crystal clear and fantastic this old camera system is. And my game right now is, I know I'm going to have to make some sort of custom panel for the new display to sit on to cover up this hole where the old monitor is coming out of. So I'm going to work on just setting it up here in the dash for right now. And hopefully one of our 12 volt outlets over here will work. If not, I'll just grab a little 12 volt power supply to power up the display up front. While I'm back outside where it smells considerably better, I'm going to try and wrangle a couple of tools and a ladder. We'll go to the back of the bus and see if we can't get that old camera out and the new one in. Again, probably temporary. Probably have to make some sort of housing to go where the old camera was, but we'll see when we take it off. garden hose for running cables as wire chases. Interesting. But here is the existing camera wiring. It appears to be one integrated unit. Yep, integrated unit. So we have our video signal and our power. So one of the suggestions to do, if you don't have dedicated power back here, is to tap off your taillights. And I don't know that those work. So we'll try that. All right, we got our wires here. And I do have some wiring adapters, wiring crimp-ons to go ahead and just tap on. So I'm going to go grab some of those and our wiring for the camera, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we've gone ahead and put our new power connector on. I'm going to hook up our camera, let it sit here for right now because I don't want to screw it in until I know that the wiring is correct and it works. Again, I don't know if these taillights work, but at least I'm going to connect everything back up. Well, I will have to fashion some sort of plate to go over some of this extra space. For now, probably some tape's going to suffice because it's not going anywhere for a while. But let me go ahead, go and try and get the display hooked up in the front. Again, I'm just going to try with a 12-volt adapter and see how that works for me. Alrighty, well you can see up there, we have our camera installed and some of the tail lights, clearance lights, actually work, so that's pretty awesome. Now the downside is neither of the 12-volt plugs inside on the dash worked. So I figured come out here where it's a little brighter and nicer smelling, and I grabbed my jump pack and pretty much emulating a 12-volt battery. And now you can see, let me bring you a little closer. Whoa, there we go, look at that. There is our backup camera. Picture, you know what, the camera itself, even in 4K, does not do it justice. This picture is very clear. In fact, let me go walk in front of it. You can watch, hopefully. Well, my boost pack only lasts for so long before it turns itself off. Let's try this again. All right, I'm gonna go walk over in front of it. Hey, look, it's me. Yay, I'm right here. Now, in a perfect world, that is mounted on your dash, on your windshield somewhere. You can easily see it at all times when you are traveling. But you know what? For this purpose, this is gonna work just great for us because, hey, we showed you this thing hooks up relatively easy, even with 25-year-old wiring in the old coach. And, you know, trying to get the dash 12-volt outlet working was not really a priority here, but we made do with what we've got. So I'm going to drop a link below for this awesome high-def camera. They do have a couple of other models. They've got a solar-powered one that magnetically clamps on the back of your RV if you've got like an old Airstream or something, ideal there. I chose the powered option because A, fiberglass, and B, a lot of people in my region will keep their coaches and campers indoors away from the sun, so the solar charging option wouldn't really be ideal for me. Also, they have other options for enhancements for side view cameras that tag on to your blinkers or other marker lights, or standalone, just depending on your configuration. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, drop a link below. And you can get yours relatively inexpensive. I think our Furrion and the fifth wheel was about $700. This was a fraction of that. So if you're looking for a budget camera that looks so far to be great quality, in fact, this picture may be even better than the one on the Furrion, give these guys a shot. So if you haven't yet, hit subscribe below for more product reviews, lots of projects like this old camper we're going to be rehabbing over the next many months, and all of our other stuff. So, excuse the cough. Until the next video, have fun doing whatever you're doing, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.